Now fair and blessed as your mountains high, so clear and green, a home to me. Though I may stray, a haven calm, serene. Whate'er the future brings, our faith will see us through. May peace reign from, and God bless through. Islands are those gems, the love on their seas, and ever beams. Whatever will see us through. May peace from shore to shore, and God bless and keep us true. Thank you very much. You may give yourselves a round of applause and have your seat. SVG Financial Services Authority, President of the SVG Cooperative League, and other members of the league. Mr. Dale Hajdu, retired partner of BDO Canada and consultant for BDO Global. Mr. Ruben John, partner, BDO Eastern Caribbean. Other senior officials of BDO Eastern Caribbean. Boards of directors of financial institutions and other businesses. Participants, invited guests, media, members of the media, very important. Ladies and gentlemen, and I want to say CC Radio, wherever this broadcast is, and on internationally. Welcome, of course, the official welcome will come to this workshop this morning. Now, this workshop is designed to provide accountants, finance directors, finance professionals bear under the International Finance, the IFRS. The workshop will audit practitioners and finance professionals on the latest trends and development in international financial regionally, including new and revised standards effectively. That is why we are here today. And I want to thank the League for inviting me to be a part of this very prestigious and important workshop. Now, I am not here to give a lot of speeches, Pauls, but sorry, I didn't say it. Please, we're coming live. And yes, so money talks. My expertise in this field, not so much money, but in terms of doing what I do here, that will be good. With so many persons doing finance, it'll be good to have a security personnel. So maybe that's why I'm here today. That was just the light in the air. It's all right. And in the event that you don't think I'm capable, I'm wearing my F and can take care of any unforeseen circumstances. But ladies and gentlemen, I hope we're going to have a very informative session today. I hope that we will to grasp the knowledge, the new knowledge and information that will be presented today. And most of all, we enjoy ourselves and have a good. So let's get into the meat of the program. I will now take this opportunity to do the official welcome and to tell you a bit about him. Lewis is an employee at the Ministry of Finance and Planning. He holds a master's in finance from the University of London and a bachelor's in. He recently served as senior assistant comptroller, the Inland Revenue Department, working closely with both the VAT audit and the taxpayer services section with respect to technical matters relating to VAT and excise tax. From September 2016 to March 2017, Brother Lewis participated in a 6-month junior debt management program at the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank. Brother Lewis is a member of the Board of Directors of the General Employees Cooperative Credit Union and Vice President of the SVG Cooperative League. Ladies and gentlemen, kindly help me welcome Brother Harold Lewis.
Thank you, Brother Nichols, our Master Ceremonies Facilitator. Representative of the Financial Services Authority, FSA, Mr. Dale Hadu, retired partner of BDO Canada and consultant for BDO Global, Mr. Ruben John, partner for BDO Eastern Caribbean, other senior officials of BDO Eastern Caribbean, Board of Directors of financial institutions and other businesses, participants, invited guests, the media, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It is a pleasure to welcome you on behalf of the Board of Directors of the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Cooperative League to today's International Financial Reporting Standards Workshop. Under the theme, Implementing New Accounting Standards for IFRS Updates for Financial Institutions in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The League is especially pleased to be hosting today's training in collaboration with BDO Eastern Caribbean. We are delighted that Mr. Dale Hadu, retired partner of BDO Canada, who now serves as a consultant with BDO Consultant and BDO Global, has joined us today to share with us his knowledge, expertise on various issues related to international financial reporting standards. In the wake of the global and financial crisis in late 2007, the issues of financial soundness, accounting practices, transparency, and reporting by financial institutions have gained greater scrutiny and public attention. Regulators are continually calling for more extensive, relevant, and transparent disclosure. IFRS compliant financial information is an essential account. A good understanding standards is therefore in keeping with our team, implementing new days for financial industries. Today's one, participants keep abreast of current, effective, and forthcoming requirements of international accounting standards and interpretations as outlined by the International Accounting Standards Board. With the year 2018 fast approaching, major impending standards are rising to the top of the agenda for a range of financial institutions and general businesses. And clearly, the credit union plays a critical role in the soundness of the financial system in the Eastern Caribbean and in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The workshop today is structured around what is considered to be three pillars and three challenging impending standards. The first is IFRS 9. The second, IFRS 15, and the third, IFRS 16. I would not go into explaining what these standards are because the expert is here who will elaborate on it as we go along in today's workshop. However, today's disclosure will help demystify these key standards. It will provide participants with practical tips on their implementation and help financial institutions and other businesses start planning now to ensure that they are prepared for adoption in 2018. Because it is key. You do not wait until the standards are effective in order to implement them. You have to start preparing now so that when that time comes, your institution is well prepared. Among today's gathering of participants are accountants, auditors, controllers, and other finance practitioners from credit union sector, the banking sector, insurance sector, government departments, statutory corporation, and general companies. We are delighted to have you here and count you on your active participation in discussing these important standards and trends. Comparing notes and learning from each other as you deliberate throughout the day. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a pleasure to open this IFRS update workshop. And in conclusion, let me wish you once again a very welcome and a productive discussion throughout the morning and the day. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Brother Lewis. This workshop today is going to be a disciplined one. We have quite a lot to cover, and we will try as best as possible to stick to our timelines. So I go quickly to introduce our next speaker. Our next speaker began his career as an accountant with Chartered Accountants platform. He then joined the panel for 3 and Company in 1999 and was a partner, currently a partner with BDO Eastern Caribbean, and functions as the head of audit and assurance. He is also responsible for learning and development in the BDO Eastern Caribbean practice. He's a member of a number of accounting associations, including a fellow member of the Certified Professional Accountants Association of Canada, FCPA, a member of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of St. Lucia, among others. He is currently pursuing a Henley MBA with the University of Reading in the UK, final level. He has a wide business experience, which would take me all day to say, so I'm not going to go into that. But ladies and gentlemen, I want you to help me welcome, to bring some remarks and give an overview of this workshop, none other than Mr. Reuben John, partner BDO Eastern Caribbean.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Representatives from the FSA, the Financial Services Authority, Vice President Brother Lewis of the League and other members of the League Board. Also, members of the wider credit union and cooperative sectors, representatives from the bank, other financial institutions, and fellow practitioners. It gives me great pleasure to stand here and be part of this very important workshop. Before I do so, though, I must recognize my partner in the audience, Aaron Banwell, the other video partner from the EC. I will also like to thank the Cooperative Credit Union League for organizing this seminar at a very short notice. What you have seen here was put together in less than 2 weeks, and I think we should compliment and thank the league along with the staff of BDO. And the league did that along with the staff of BDO, and I think we should compliment them for a job well done. BDO Eastern Caribbean is pleased to co-host this very important workshop with the St. Vincent and Grenadines Cooperative Credit Union League. BDO is committed to ensure that the financial reporting standards of the region is enhanced, and we are committed to that not only in St. Vincent, but also in the wider OECS. Brother Dale Hidu, our partner from the BDO Canadian office, has joined us, and we are thankful that he journeyed all the way from Canada to be here with us to share his expertise. He was in St. Lucia yesterday, and he made a similar presentation. After today, we'll be joining to Grenada tomorrow to roll out these same 3 standards. When I say that BDO is committed to enhancing financial reporting in the region, we are serious about that. And if I tell you that, we have had a very long working relationship with the Credit Union League and the Credit Union Movement. I myself would have been the president from KCCU for about 10 years. I spent most of my youth working for the KCCU, and also I was president of the Credit Union League, for those of you who may not be aware. So I'm not new to the Credit Union Movement. I was president for the League for about 9 years, and I was instrumental in acquiring a home for the League and setting it on a path of sustainable financial sustainability. This workshop is very timely. After the global financial crisis in 2008, the standard setters embarked on a number of improvements to the accounting standards with the intention of financial wanted to ensure that businesses did not suffer the sort of losses, crisis in 2008 and the recession. So what we have seen is that a number of the standards have been improved. Today, we'll be focusing on 3 of those standards. IFRS 9, which will replace IAS 39, and that deals with financial instrument. That is a very important standard that's going to affect almost every one of us in the room, directly or indirectly. It is going to change the way financial statements are prepared, the way banks, credit unions, insurance companies, and all businesses that deal with investments, accounts receivables, loans receivables, shareholders loan, and similar instruments. The way we account for these items and the way they're treated in the financial statement will change drastically. The change is expected to take effect from January 1st, 2018. However, because financial statements are reported on a comparable basis, businesses are expected to have what you call early adoption. In other words, you should be looking at the implementation from 2017. Otherwise, your comparatives will be off when you get to 2018. I'm hoping that you get the picture. So it is very important that we look at early adoption, that after this workshop, we go back to our businesses and we set on path, or we start the process of ensuring that our systems are aligned to generate the data that will allow us to meet these reporting requirements. The next standard we'll be looking at is IFRS 15, which deals with revenue recognition. That's a replacement for IAS 18. It's also a comprehensive realignment, a comprehensive change from the way revenue was reported prior or up to now. And therefore, again, we would be expected to look at our systems, look at the personnel, the management reports that we generate, and also ensure that we are able to process the transaction, summarize and report the information from these transactions in a manner that will enable us to comply with the implementation of this new standard when it's implemented in 2019. Again, because we report on a comparative basis, we have to prepare now. It will also affect the way we deal with our customers, the way we deal with our clients, and therefore it calls for comprehensive transformation of our business accounting and management reporting system and processes. The third standard we'll be looking at is IFRS 16, and that deals with leases. You will be aware that one of the major issues with around the era of the financial crisis, the time of the financial crisis, was the issue of balance sheet transaction. people having significant finance lease and reporting them as operating lease, and the other way around. What have happened is that significant omission of disclosure would have resulted in financial statement that distorted the position of these businesses. So the standard setters, they have gone through a comprehensive realignment and improvement of the standards on lease. And it's going to affect every one of us. Most of us have, if we don't have a financing lease, we have an operating lease. And long ago, when we used to leave the operating leases off the balance sheet, of the financial statement. Now, under these new standards, they have to be included. Dale would go through, in a very comprehensive way, the various aspects and components of these standards. I want to urge you to pay attention, to make your notes. We will make the slides available to you so you can take them back to your workplace and you can look at the final issues. We also want to inform you that this session or seminar qualified for CPD, right? So you can claim your CPD. The league will inform you of the logistics, how you can receive your certificate. So when you're reporting, you can count the hours. You'll get between 5 and 6 hours from this session, which will be very useful. But most of all, the knowledge that will be imparted today is critical. If you are going to, as practitioners, for you to drive the implementation process of these standards in your organization, you have to be knowledgeable. You have to be familiar, and you have to ensure that you can provide guidance for those in the organization that will be relying on you for supervision and guidance. It's very important that you observe and you take in as much as you could from this session. I want to thank you very much. I'm very excited about the turnout, and I want to pledge BDO's commitment to ensuring that we work with the financial services sector, we work with the business sector in St. Vincent to ensure that our financial statements that we generate are comparable with financial statements from anywhere in the world. That's my commitment as a partner with BDO to you. I'll do a follow-up session between September and October this year. I'm currently involved with some discussion with ACCA, so I can roll the seminars out in October, September this year. I'll also be rolling them out in Grenada because that is part of the jurisdiction that I'm responsible for. And I'll try to have Dale come over again to do a follow-up session with us. Thank you very much, and I wish that we'll all have a very successful workshop. Thanks again to the League. And Sister Patrick, thanks again for accommodating for all the hard work. We really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ruben John, partner BDO Eastern Caribbean. Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it from the expert, the professional, and I'm sure we'll all agree that change is constant. And as you heard the warning, early adoption of changes to ensure your financial reporting is in keeping with the implementation of the new standards. What we'll do right now is to take just about a minute break. I think NBC Radio is leaving us. We want to thank them for carrying this opening live so the rest of the world can know what is happening here at French's House. And of course, the workshop, the SVG Cooperative League, in collaboration with BDO Eastern Caribbean and the IFRS updates under the theme, Implementing New Accounting Standards, IFRS updates for financial institutions in St. Vincent, in SVG, that is. So thank you, NBC, and we wish listeners a blessed day. We will now just take a short break. I'm sure you probably want to brainstorm a bit on what was said as we get ready to get into the meat of the presentations. So thank you. Thank you, members, for your presentation this morning. I want to take this opportunity to acknowledge the presence of Mrs. Bertrand, the manager of the SVG Corp League. Stand, please. And as was said, she and her staff has been doing a fantastic job. Give them a round of applause, please. Without them, you won't be here this morning. So we'll just take a 1 minute. Probably if you need a bathroom break, 2 minutes, and we'll be back to get into our first presentation. And of course, we want to thank other members of the media. Yes, SVG Broadcasting is here. I believe API and all the other media houses who are with us this morning. Thank you. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and we are on the verge of getting into the real business of why we are here today. It's my pleasure to introduce our main facilitator for this workshop, and I want to take this opportunity on behalf of the SVG Corp League and all of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, all of participants, welcome him to St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Hope you enjoy the time you're here with us, sir. Our main facilitator is a former A&A partner of the Mississauga office of BDO Canada LLP, with over 40 years of experience. He retired as a full-time partner at the end of 2016. Currently, he is working with BDO Global as an A&A resource person, performing engagement quality assurance reviews, EQCR, and assisting with technical advice for BDO international offices. He has a Bachelor of Arts degree from the University of Waterloo and obtained his CA designation in 1980. He has been with BDO throughout his professional career, originally practicing in the Welland office. He became the office managing partner before transferring to the Mississauga office in 2004 to assume the role as the office's quality assurance partner, QAR. He's a member of the ICAO, CPA Ontario Practice Inspection Committee from 2006 to 2010. He served as chair of the committee from 2010 to 2013. In addition to the QAR role in the Mississauga office, Dale enjoyed presenting seminars and lecturing to both staff and various outside organizations, keeping them current with regard to changes in accounting and auditing standards. Outside of work, Dale enjoys it. He enjoys participating in various sports, avid sportsman he is. As a former varsity basketball player at the University of Waterloo, he still enjoys playing basketball. In the summer, his main sporting activities now are golfing and tennis. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome to St. Vincent and the Grenadines and to present on the IFRS 9, none other than our good friend, Mr. Dale D. Hedu. Welcome him, please.
Thank you so much, Jonathan. Before this day is over with, I'm hoping that I learn how to become Brother Hedu. Please help me with that. Yeah,
Brother Hedu.
Yeah. Oh, already?
Brother
okay.
Hedu.
I can now. You're all dismissed. I'm going to, first of all, register a complaint. If I can get this to go backwards, I'll even be better. But the complaint is this. I'm from Canada. It's cold in February and in March. I want to come up and present a seminar in February and March. Can we work on that one, Ruben, next time or something in the fall? And the other thing too is that I'm not standing behind this podium for the whole day. That's not my method of operating. So I think I'm going to try and pick this mic up. Let's see if it works. And I'm going to wander. My session today is twofold. I've got two major responsibilities.